What's up, gamers? In this TemTem guide, I'ma tell you how to beat Rawiri, the dojo leader. He has a full squad of 6 TemTems, consisting of Fire, Nature, and a normal TemTem. His strongest TemTem is a level 29, and his weakest is a level 24. Your best bet to counter against his squad is to have Water, Nature, and a mental TemTem. With the Nature TemTem, make sure they know a toxic technique to counter against his Nature TemTem. For his normal TemTem, use a mental TemTem like Huichik. If you don't have Huichik, then use Barnshi. So he starts off with the same 2 TemTems, then Dre a Nature TemTem, and Tattoo a normal TemTem. So with Huichik, I do double the damage against his normal TemTem, and I KO it. Now with Saku, I'm using a toxic technique, and I do double the damage against his Nature TemTem. So he takes out Magmus, and Magmus is a Fire TemTem. At this point, you can use a Water TemTem, but in my case, I stay with my 2 TemTems. Here, I keep using the same move against his Nature TemTem, and it does double the damage. You can teach your TemTems Noxious Bomb, which is so good in this battle against his Nature TemTem. So here I go, I knock out Dendrite with Huichik, and keep attacking his Magmus. And now he takes out his next TemTem. So Bana P is a Fire TemTem. Again, you can use a Water TemTem in this case. So now I'm switching my Saku and taking out my Water TemTem, Pyrant. And with Pyrant, I do double the damage against his Fire TemTem. So gamers, here's a call to action. If you're finding this guide useful, then subscribe to my YouTube channel for more TemTem tips. Your support will help my channel grow. Thank you. And there you go. I knocked it out. There you go. Double the damage. Now he takes out Tafu, and Tafu is a Nature TemTem. Now the cool thing is that I taught my Water TemTem a toxic technique to counter against his Nature TemTems. So I switch out Huichik and take out Oshiara. It has one of the strongest water technique, Tsunami. So there you go, I do double the damage and take out his TemTem. Now he's taking out his last TemTem, raised a fire TemTem. So now I'm going to use the move Tsunami, and it does double the damage against his fire TemTem. But be aware that Tsunami takes a lot of stamina, as you can see. And there you go, I use Pyrant and I do double the damage against Tafu because of the toxic technique I taught it. In this case, I'm using Tonic Plus, and what that does, it heals up some of my health and stamina. There you go, double the damage, and I knock out his TemTem. At this point, I switch my TemTem out and take out another Wild TemTem, Whip Clump. There you go, double the damage. If you're still struggling in this battle, the best thing you can do is to level up your TemTem, because it just increases their stats. And that's it. I knocked out his last TemTem. Once you defeat Rawiri, he gives you an elevator key that you can use to explore more of the island. Well, gamers, thank you for watching. If you want more TemTem tips, then subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video, check out my TemTem playlist, and if you have any questions, leave in the comment section below. Anyways, gamers, see you on the next video.